Hey, how y'all doing today? This is Nate with the Rule of Thirds. Just giving y'all my review of Loki episodes 2 and 3. Uh, get starting off. Didn't really, I thought episode 2 was actually fairly average, actually. I thought a lot of the things that happened in the episode were kind of meh and just kind of, it felt somewhat like a filler episode to just kind of move things into perspective, like or kind of move the story along. Like in, for instance, when they had Loki kind of do that long speech inside the tent, that I guess to buy him his variant time. Uh, it seemed kind of really long winded. Uh, and I mean, and it was still in character, which was great and all, but like it just seemed like something there to just kind of pass time, which is that what an episode does, but meh. Just moving on from that though, the way Loki found out how she was staying under the radar was kind of cool with her hatting out and just apocalypses, places that were already going to end. So no matter what you did, no, it wouldn't change the outcome. Was actually pretty cool. Um, the fact that she ended up being Lady Loki for the grand spoiler. Sorry. Uh, I was kind of mad about. I wasn't like super like, oh my gosh, it's a woman. But I wasn't like disappointed like, oh, it's a woman, which is like, oh, okay, well, moving on. It just was. I mean, like maybe Marvel was actually trying to go for a really big reveal here, but I just didn't. I didn't. I didn't care. Like I really didn't. Just honest opinions here. Uh, just wasn't. Didn't hate the episode of episode 2, but I just wasn't super impressed. Episode 3, on the other hand, I actually very much enjoyed. They actually threw in some kind of things that threw me for a loop and that I did find interesting. Uh, Loki actually. I also like the. They had a little fight scene between Lady Loki and Loki. And for a long time, at least in this, I mean, it's only been 3 episodes, but Loki's been taking a lot of L's in terms of fights. And, I mean, the man still, like, kind of trained with Thor. Like, he grew up with Thor and lived on Asgard. Like, he's been kind of seeming like a pushover in terms of his combat skills. And while I don't think he's, like, the best fighter in Marvel by any stretch of the means, I don't think he should. I don't think Loki's a pushover either. And he's been getting a lot of pushover. He's been seeming like a pushover. Uh, and I mean, I know Lady Loki's technically Loki as well, but she's been shown to just deal with agents all the time, with like without much issue or problem or anything like that. And Loki kind of got like like kind of mollywop by like agents on kind of on the regular for the most part, and then it was just it was nice to see that when those two fought, he definitely held his own. Uh, and I did like that a lot. Like I liked that it showed that they were on like even terms. Uh, but no, moving on. They ended up on what was that planet Nimbus 9, where the moon was gonna crash into the planet and destroy everything. Uh, and Loki, when he gets okay, moving. Let me go back here. I apologize. First, I'm doing a kind of a solo vid like this, but they talked to this crazy lady who no shot them as soon as they opened. Who shot at them as soon as they opened the door. Uh, and then Loki tried to impersonate her husband, and she shot him as well. Uh, and she kind of asked, they asked where everybody's going, and she said to the train to get to the shuttle that's going to take everybody off the planet because everything, the planet's about to get hit by the moon and be destroyed. Uh, and Loki kind of does his magic thing, transforms that his suit, his outfit to look like that of one of the guards, and kind of silver tongues his way into the onto the boat. But what goes wrong is Loki gets drunk. Uh, After other Loki, female Loki, I'm sorry, I actually forgot what she likes to be called. Uh, Falls asleep, and he untransforms his uniform, and eventually the guards come back and they proceed to ask him for his ticket that he didn't provide the first time that he kind of lied his way through, and they proceeded to go into the fight, and Loki got essentially tossed off the train. Actually, the problem with that is when he got tossed off the train, the transmitter little thing that they were trying to find power for, that took him to Nimbus 9, was broken. So I guess now their grand solution now would be, um, well, I hope we can't just give up. Like I know this timeline, everybody's supposed to die from this planet, but that was before it was a timeline, when with us on it. So they're trying to make their way to this train, and things start going down. Parts of the moon, and the shuttle is supposed to be taking people off the planet gets hit, and it's gone. Uh, and that's pretty much where the episode kind of ends. Like there was also like that's it. Obviously, like that's not the end of the story. Obviously, and there were a few little interesting tidbits that were brought up along the way. When like Loki was asking about how other Loki's powers work, because they're different actually. He met his mother and was raised differently. Learned magic and stuff like that. She apparently doesn't even remember her mom. So like things definitely happen different. I mean, understandably she's a variant. So things obviously played out differently than what the timekeepers wanted. But she says like all her magic is self-taught, and that using her magic, she when trying to find out where the timekeepers are, she she discovered that all the people at the TVA are variants. Like they haven't always been there. That's like that's a lie. Like that she's going back to memories when she was back on Earth still, like hundreds of years. Like obviously time goes differently once you're there, but like hundreds of years ago she was on Earth. She was a normal person, and then whatever variant happened that made her veer off the course of what the timekeepers wanted, they brought her there, and instead of becoming getting melted down, she became an agent. And it does make me wonder if that is kind of the same thing that has happened with the other people. Like is everybody there really just a variant that just doesn't remember because the timekeepers have done something to alter them? At that point in time, the timekeepers, that also proves that the timekeepers aren't necessarily, I mean, they're obviously super powerful, but they're not the crazy powerful beings. Like they didn't create everything there. Like that's a lie. They're like at this point in time, now I don't know who created everything again. But that was just my quick little review, little under 10 minutes recap of the episodes, episode 2 and 3. Thank y'all. We hope to have some more videos up sooner than later. Thank you, and y'all have a good one. Please like and subscribe.